Good afternoon. I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times on Thursday, June the 9th. Today, President Obama did as expected. He endorsed Hillary Clinton for President of the United States. He said he knew from experience what a great candidate she should be. It's funny, as much damage as President Obama did to the Democratic candidates in the South, at least, he's probably the most popular politician on the national scene today. He said very nice things about Bernie Sanders in the course of his remarks. You can see it on Hillary Clinton's Facebook page or arkansasblog.com. Bernie Sanders' initial reaction to the news was silence, very, very uncomfortable response. Perhaps he'll come around to the call to party unity later. The state said yesterday that there are now 290,000 people enrolled under Medicaid expansion insurance coverage thanks to Obamacare money in Arkansas. They do say that there's something like 100,000 backlog of getting people properly signed up for Medicaid. They're going to hire some people temporarily to do something about it. I note that Governor Asa Hutchinson has been governor for 16 months, and that backlog has only been growing. Some of the problems stem from an early decision by him to throw people off and start the re-eligibility process. Republicans seem to think this is Mike Beebe's fault, which of course you could expect. Baker Kurrus appeared before the State Board of Education today. His last appearance there as superintendent of the Little Rock School District. As you know, he's been fired by Johnny Key, the education commissioner, because he resisted expansion of charter schools, which are taking higher income, higher performing students out of the Little Rock School District. It was an emotional speech, at times near tears. Kurrus talked warmly about the great results in the Little Rock School District, and he had some to show. Great new test scores, high achievement at Rockefeller and Bale Elementary School, good news happening academically. You remember Johnny Key said Kurrus was not an academic man, but an organizational man. They needed an academic man. I think Baker Kurrus was simply doing too well, and he threatened the plan of the Walton Family Foundation and political supporters like Johnny Key with their long-term plan of taking over the Little Rock School District by private management organizations. Senator Joyce Elliott said it was time to put the school district back in control of local people. She said it is succeeding, it is not failing, despite what they keep saying. Darren McFadden, the former Razorback who now plays football for the Dallas Cowboys, filed suit in federal court this week. He says a former financial advisor has deprived him of some $15 million in bad deals and mismanagement of his money. The Arkansas Supreme Court delivered some important decisions today. In one case, they reversed the death sentence of Stephen Wirtz, who was convicted of killing a couple in Ash Flat in 1986. He was not properly sentenced, the Supreme Court said, and should be resentenced. They also heard a case on the state's Whistleblower Act. A man fired as a police officer at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff said he was fired for reporting bad things going on financially in elements of the university. The court, for technical reasons, dismissed his appeal, but the important thing is that there's a deep division on the court, and it's not yet resolved on whether the Whistleblower Act is constitutional under the Arkansas Constitution. That is, can the General Assembly waive the state's immunity from lawsuit by such things as a Whistleblower Act, which gives people the right to sue if they're fired for being whistleblowers. The Democratic Party announced today that Bill Clinton, the former president, will speak at the Jefferson Jackson Day dinner, the annual big fundraiser for the party in July, going back once again to a very familiar old name in Arkansas. They don't call it the Jefferson Jackson Day dinner, by the way, although this is the last year that is officially what it will be. They're calling it the JJ dinner, making the transition to not using the names of the former presidents anymore because of some skeletons in their closets from years ago. Petition gathering is underway for constitutional amendments and one initiated act. It appears that at least 5 petitions have been authorized by being published in time by the deadline this week. 2 for medical marijuana. 1 includes the ability to grow your own. 1 does not. There's a casino amendment. There's an amendment to roll back term limits to where they were rolled back some years ago. And also there's an amendment proposed by the nursing home lobby that is going to make it just about impossible, because damage rewards and attorney fees would be so reduced, to sue nursing homes for mistreating patients. So know this when you go to sign things. There may yet be another marijuana amendment, one that would make it totally legal. There was a ballot title approved for that. I can't tell just yet if they've been approved by public notice to gather signatures. And finally, Helena, West Helena joined a growing national trend. They've raised the age to purchase tobacco in that city to 21 from 18. I expect we'll see this more in other cities. You know, the Arkansas legislature frequently doesn't like cities taking matters into their own hands. They took away home rule on guns. They tried to take away home rule on civil rights for gay people. The tobacco lobby used to be pretty powerful, and they could stop these kind of things. But perhaps the tobacco days are somewhat over. We'll see. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back Friday.